So your question dealt with apathy from voters and low voter turnout.
Yeah, and the lack of trust.
And the lack of trust. The truth is, the answer is not going to come from a broken system. So what we've heard so far is literally the rehashing of 30 years of what's been going on. I believe that the answer is going to come from you, the people, the voters out there, the disengaged. It's up to the few, somebody, to try to invigorate and enliven them and ask them to step forward and take participation themselves. With God's blessing, I myself have started a new party with the local community and the national community. It's called the Panth Party, and it's a brand new initiative to actually reach out to those people that don't trust politicians. One of the main reasons people do not trust politicians is because all of the double talk. Nobody actually tells it to you straight. They will give you a roundabout answer. You can watch Theresa May do it as a classic example, and you can watch a lot of Tory politicians do it to a T, and unfortunately, when we do ask them to come, some of them just don't bother showing up, which I hope they come, but don't hold your breath. That being said, we need straight talking, honest people. And I would say everybody needs to keep paying attention to what's happened. The fact is that 50% or over 50% of under 25-year-olds that are actually registered to vote, they don't bother showing up to the polls, and I don't blame them. I blame the people that uninspired them. And the truth is that the system is set and created in such a way that it's set up to make you apathetic. It's set up to not make you want to vote. It's set up in such a horrible way. So we, the people, need to start demanding more from our government, again, now, for the next 5 years, for the next 10 years, for our children's generation. Because if we're apathetic now, we can't be apathetic for our children's generation. It's up to our generation and the people that are around now to get involved and spark a change that could actually create real change. One thing I've seen in my life is change does not come from politicians. Change never comes from politicians. Change comes from the regular people putting pressure on politicians. So it's when you, the regular people, choose, the ordinary common man, woman, the British public choose to have a different world, then we will have that world. Now, I want to finish by saying, myself, I was one of those apathetic people. I was one of those people that thought, why would I ever vote for any of these people who never tell us the truth and are just in it for their own gain, towing the party line, and just for themselves? Why would I possibly waste my time? Because it's never going to affect any real change in my life. And then two major world events happened. First was Brexit. I never expected Brexit to result in the United Kingdom leaving Europe. And I'm pretty sure 99% of the world was with me when we were shocked to wake up that morning. I followed it through the night. The pro and the Remain leaders did not expect it to happen because they all ended up quitting or getting fired immediately afterwards. Now you tell me what that says about your leadership if they all have to leave their jobs immediately after the biggest vote in our generation. The system is broken. The second is the rise of Trump. I'm not a Donald Trump fan, but that candidacy started as a political joke. It was satire to a T. And it ended with a buffoon being in the most powerful seat in the world, arguably. So these two major world events opened my eyes, and it said, you know what? This thing in the West called democracy, where everybody shows up, places one vote, they do get counted, and the unexpected can happen. And personally, I had never seen that in my lifetime until twice in 18 months. So then I thought, you know what? We must get involved. So I implore everybody, show up on June the 8th, but from now until then, do as much research and look within inside your hearts to find who is telling you the truth. Nationally, I'll say it right now, I do love Greens, because you know what? The Greens, they support what? The earth. So I love that. And I do like Labour. I'm a fan of Jeremy Corbyn. Now these are my quote-unquote opponents, but I'll tell it to you straight, I love them both. I wish them the best of luck for where they are, because they're going to be good for our country and my children and your children. Nationally, I do like Labour to win. I don't trust a Tory as far as I can throw one. Locally, in Wolverhampton South West, it must be myself, the independent candidate, because nobody else you can trust to do the job for you. Another Tory at the table in Parliament will only toe the party line. A weak, individual from Labour that is not going to actually work for the constituents of Wolverhampton South West is not going to help you. What we need is fresh blood. And I'm excited for this particular election because this is a chance for Wolverhampton South West to get on the map nationally and send a global message that says we care about everybody, the marginalized, the poor people. We do not only care about big business, we care about every individual in our society, and we want you to care. And together, I believe we can make a massive difference and make the apathetic into activists like myself.
Thank you, Jagmeet Singh.